no, you're wrong, you're gonna burn in hell, and you give up. I'm pretty sure that the world knows 4 things about us: baklava, Istanbul, kebab, and Turkish coffee. The Republic of Turkey is a secular state. It doesn't have a religion. Women have to wear headscarves. Well, I don't. Look at me. Turkey is like a heaven when it comes to tourism regions, touristic places, and foods. I was only inside like, no, your nose is crooked. And her last answer is lost. A Turkish woman can wear whatever she wants and choose a profession whichever she wants and can express herself however she wants. Officially, this is how it is. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. And today's video is about what foreign people think about Turkey. So I prepared a couple of questions to ask them, and the answers are, some of them are sad, some of them are funny. The questions are: what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the country Turkey? What do you think about Turkey? What do you think about Turkish people? And do you want to live in Turkey? And what is the differences between your country and Turkey? I'm not going to share their pictures because, it's not so great to share pictures in here. And I'm only going to use their name and country. 7 people answered my questions. Actually, not 7, 6, because a lady from Japan, I think she talked generally. So after 6 people, I'm gonna share the Japanese lady's answers. I'm saying Japanese lady because she didn't want me to share her name. That's why. Okay then, let's get started. First 2 questions are: what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the country Turkey, and what do you think about Turkey? So the first person is Eva from Germany, and her answers are: I think of people with headscarves, of the president who rules the country, but also of a beautiful vacation spot. I think that the president is discriminatory and has innocent people locked up. I've never been to Turkey, but I still think it's a beautiful country with its own culture. Thank you, Eva, for your answers. So next person is Neve from England. I've known her for years, actually. We met on social media. The good size of the social media, maybe sometimes you are able to speak people from other countries. Her answers are: from what I learned at school and have heard on the news, the first thing that comes to mind is Syria and conflicts, cheap cosmetic surgery, very hot, Islam, religious, conservative, I don't know why, but dusty. I think Turkey is a warm holiday destination, but that is very close to Syria and all the conflicts going in there, so for some reason associated with that. And the next person is Daniel. He's from Iran actually, but he's in Turkey right now because he's studying civil engineering. So his answers are: before I come to Turkey, I just knew Turkey's Fenerbahce football team and Turkish coffee, not more. But after I moved to Turkey nearly 5 years ago, I started to learn about Turkey and Turkish people. And now after 5 years, the first thing that comes to my mind, I added that, why? Is that Turkish people are super hospitable. I felt close with them since day one. They treat me in a really good way, except some specific cities that I felt they are cold blood, like Ankara. Why? I live in Ankara, by the way. Sorry for that one. I know everyone is not the same, but it was my first impression. That's okay. And the next person is Roland from Canada. The thing about him is he is super friendly and one of the sweetest people in the world. We actually met on the English speaking club, Inglang. What is wrong with me today? Inglang Ankara. You can check its Instagram page and maybe you want to join. His first answer is: I think about the amazing food, which tells me a lot about the Turkish culture and how amazing the culture is to me. I want to visit Turkey to try all the wonderful food. I also think of the different religious practices. Some practice the Muslim faith, some women wear headscarves and some do not, both by choice, exactly. I support everyone who chooses to wear a headscarf or not. Yeah, me too. And his second answer is: what do I know about Turkey? The country's dollar has been in decline for quite some time. The political agenda seems to be centered on conservative religious beliefs that do not support feminists or those from the LGBT community. From outside, looking into the political agenda on LGBT rights is very disconcerting because these are and should be basic human rights. Denying the LGBT community members safety or support does further harm to them by homophobic people and by the criminal justice system, namely the police, due to inaction and for brutal force taken against the LGBT community. By the way, sometimes I can say his instead of her and her instead of his. So if I make a mistake like this in a video, please ignore it, because I can't hear myself sometimes. The next person is Juliana from Malaysia, and her first answer is physical appearance of Turkish people, as they're a very mixed group, has bigger and round heads than Western. They don't have straight noses. They don't have straight noses. If they have a straight nose with the perfect line, then it means they get a plastic surgery, based on what I heard. I'm gonna be one of them. The reason why I want to get a nose job is my nose bone is crooked and I can't breathe because of this. So it's getting worse and worse every day actually, but God knows when will I get a nose job. So the thing is, I went to a doctor like years ago. It wasn't for plastic surgery actually. I had an infection. So when he looked into my nose, and the doctor said, your nose is crooked. And I was so little and I was on the inside like, no, your nose is crooked. And when he said cheap plastic surgery about Turkey, like I cried on the inside really. Because it's really expensive for us. And her second answer is, some Turks are annoying sometimes. 5 minutes for them means an hour. LOL. This is driving me crazy. Call up my new friend. Ask where she is. I'm coming, you get as answered. Yet still at home with her pajamas. But overall, Turks are warm, welcoming, and extremely friendly. You will ask for directions, and not only you will be shown the way, you'll get a companion for the day. And this blurring of boundaries can be tiring. And the next person is Kate from Germany. The thing about her is, she's actually my first follower on Instagram. I mean, it's been 7 years. Her answer is, so the first thing in my mind is holiday beaches and the beauty of Turkey. This country has so many beautiful hills and seas actually. We don't have an ocean, by the way. I wasn't everywhere, but the small places I saw, I'm impressed of them. First of all, the answers to these questions make me think that we should question ourselves. You can evaluate and recognize the people of a country regardless of the pragmatic history that your government dictated to you, the turmoil of politicians, or what the media showed you. And of course, I'm saying this to my country's citizens too. Based on what media has shown you, you can't infer that Turkish women are forced by the state on any issue. A Turkish woman can wear whatever she wants and choose a profession whichever she wants and can express herself however she wants. Officially, this is how it is. The Republic of Turkey is a secular state. It doesn't have a religion. Everyone is free to choose a religion they want or not to choose any religion. I mean, there are pressures on people by people who we call ignorant, reactionary, unfortunately. But like I said, this is officially how it is. And another thing is, Turkey is like a heaven when it comes to tourism regions, touristic places, and foods. There are so many beautiful places, beautiful cities that you can visit in 4 seasons, and I think you should visit. Almost every city has its own food culture. In fact, every city has its own culture. I'm pretty sure that the world knows 4 things about us: baklava, Istanbul, kebab, and Turkish coffee. But believe me, Turkey is much more than that. But I don't think that the Turkish cuisine gets the attention that it deserves. I mean, sees the value it deserves. But like I said before, this is our fault. We didn't tell about ourselves, and we don't tell about ourselves. And about the economy, like the taxes and everything. Like, I always find, whatever what people say, no matter what happens, I always find ways to love my country, actually. But when it comes to economy, like, I have nothing to say. I mean, seeing the people from another countries that can buy a thing easily that we can barely afford, or sometimes we can't, hurts like hell. Even in the country, there is inequality in income distribution. I mean, some people are extremely rich and some people are hungry. I could have used the word poor, but I didn't because they are more than poor. They're hungry. If there's such an imbalance in a country, that means something is wrong. And about the LGBT community, I respect you all, I support you all, I love you all, and I don't actually care about what people think about this or say about this, because there are some people in Turkey like everything I know is true, everything I do is true, I don't care about your opinions. And you try to tell these people that actually the right thing, the true thing, like what these people are defending. And they refuse it, and they be like, no, you're wrong, you're gonna burn in hell, and you give up. Okay, so I want to continue with the answers, and the questions are, what do you think about Turkish people? But I think Juliana has already answered this question. And do you want to live in Turkey? And what do you think about the differences between your country and Turkey? So let's see the answers. Eva from Germany said, I want to repeat their country in case you forgot. It's a difficult question. What do I think of Turkish people? They are very religious and go to the mosque regularly. Women have to wear headscarves. Well, I don't. Look at me. Their husbands oppress them, of course also because of their beliefs. Women in Turkey do not wear more revealing clothes in public. Men have more rights than women. Okay, so it's a little sad to hear answers like that, but what can I say? And her last answer is lost. And her last answer is, I don't want to live in Turkey. I love my country, but I think Turkey's lifestyle is not my favorite place. Every country has positive and bad sides. Women have more freedom and more rights than in Turkey, in Germany than in Turkey. And the culture of Turkey is still very interesting. Okay, so thank you so much for your answers, Eva. These answers are, she was from England. I wouldn't want to live in Turkey. I don't really know much about the country, so I find it hard to compare. But if I had to say, I would think the UK has its pros and cons just like Turkey. I don't have any personal opinions about Turkish people as a whole because I don't know all of them, so I can't. But I do think religious and conservative, which I know is a bit of a generalization. And Daniel's answers, he was from Iran. No, to be honest, I don't have a plan to stay in Turkey. It's not because it's a bad place to live, but I think it's not the best place to work as a civil engineering. Also because of some rules about work permission. And if I want to compare Turkey with my own country, I would say we have so much in common, more than we know. And about Turkish people, I believe, as I said, they are so hospitable. They're always welcoming new people, and I didn't see much about racism during these years, not much, which I believe it's a good sign. Okay. So thank you so much for your answers, Daniel. Roland's answers are, Roland is from Canada, and his answers are a little long actually, but thank you so much again. To live in Turkey as an indigenous person, considering living in or comparing lifestyles is not so easy to do. If I were a Canadian looking to live in Turkey to be an English tutor, then it will be exciting to do so. This does sound intriguing to me. This does sound intriguing to me as an indigenous person. Also, being indigenous in Canada has its fair share of challenges. I face systemic and institutional racism at many different levels, and from non-indigenous people I face all forms of racism, covert, overt, to prejudices, to derogatory statements. Racist people are everywhere, unfortunately. As a Canadian, I think I would be greeted with open arms, and it will be a great time tutoring people to learn English. It's a bit difficult to compare lifestyles when I must consider my cultural heritage too. His last answer is about Turkish people. Turkish people are very friendly to teach me about Turkey, to teach me the language, and to open their homes should I visit your country. I see many positive changes in embracing an inclusive society for all religions, sexualities, but it's met with numerous roadblocks at times, be it government or religious supporting to the traditional binary gender and husband-wife family dynamics. I have seen some Turkish chefs on YouTube and I want to try some of their recipes. I have noticed a very happy and a lot of pride within all of the Turkish people that I've met, and many enjoy sharing in culture and language and of course food recipes. The sense of humor is also a common ground for me that I enjoy and want to build friendships from too. And also I feel like a family member reconnecting online and as if one day we will meet again. Teşekkür ederim. Sonra konuşuruz. He knows a little Turkish too. And kleko kleko means thank you, and he said about this that this is their original language. He said that he's an indigenous person. So thank you so much, Roland. I think like everything you said about Turkey is true. And Juliana's last answers are, Juliana is from Malaysia. If you asked me about this question, it will be 50-50. It's about the do you want to live in Turkey question. There's a lot of reason to say those 50% I would like to relocate because of its geography, which close to Europe. Secondly, because of interracial relationship that I had, the beauty of nature and so on. Another 50 I would disagree was the tax in Turkey is insane. Yeah, it is. The difference about Turkey and Malaysia aren't so big based on faith that they took. What I mean here is religion. But maybe you guys, when you pray, just use your clothes. But we here commonly put on something called telekung in Malay or mukena in Indonesia. The different mazhab also take charge in our rituals. I'm sorry if I pronounce these words wrong. Thank you so much, Juliana, for your answers. And Kate from Germany. What I think about Turkish people, first of all, I married one. Yeah, I know that. I love Turkish people. They are very friendly people, and the culture is same like Afghan people. I raised like this, and okay. So she's saying that she's from Afghanistan actually, but she's living in Germany with her Turkish husband. So to live in Turkey, yes, it's our dream to live there, but not now. If we are old, because of our jobs we can't move. Hope I could answer to all your questions. Yeah, you did. Thank you so much. Okay, so like I said in the beginning, there is a Japanese lady who also talked about Turkey. So I want to share her answers with you. From my opinion, Turkey and Japan have very good relationship in historically and recently as well. Almost every Japanese don't have bad images for Turkey because we know Turkish people have good image to Japanese people. So they are very friendly, and that's why Japanese have good feelings for them. To them, I don't know. Of course, we have studied at school about Ertuğrul Fırkateyni, Ertuğrul Firgate. I actually want to share a little about Ertuğrul Firgate. This event brought the Turkish and Japanese people closer. In 1887, during the reign of Abdülhamit II, the nephew of the Japanese Emperor Komei had visited Istanbul with a warship. Thereupon, Abdülhamit II had also sent a delegation to Japan and ordered a return visit. Ertuğrul Firgate crew welcomed with a magnificent ceremony in Japan, and they stayed in Japan for 3 months. And on the way back, despite the typhoon warning of the Japanese army, Ertuğrul Firgate left Yokohama port in September 1890. Unfortunately, Ertuğrul Firgate got caught by the typhoon, crashed into rocks and sank the day after departure, and most of the crew died. And after this disaster, a memorial was built in Kushimoto to remember those who died in the accident. This is a really nice gesture, by the way. I kept to appreciate you about the flight arrangement support in 1985 at Iran-Iraq war period. Our government had faced difficulty of arranging the flight, and Turkish airline took 260 Japanese people bring from Tehran to Japan. When we faced a huge earthquake in East Japan in 2011, Turkish people gave support by a lot of way. Some of the answers made me sad and some of them make me happy actually. So I want to thank you to Juliana, Daniel, Roland, Neve, Eva, Kate, and Japanese lady for this video. So I hope you guys like this video, and if you want these videos to continue, give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Have a nice week, have a nice day, see ya!